Homelessness, addiction, and crime continue to be a challenge for cities and towns across our country. It is an uphill battle. And here in Lethbridge, Streets Alive has been actively involved in bringing solutions and hope in these areas for over 30 years now. Today's guest is Ken Kissick. He is co-founder of Streets Alive Mission, and he joins me right now beside me at my desk in studio. Welcome, Ken. I think it's been a while since you've been down here.
It has been a long time since I've been in studio.
Yes.
You know, and it's
welcome
good
back.
to be here.
Yes, welcome back. Okay, so Ken, for those viewers who maybe aren't so familiar, tell everybody what Streets Alive is and sort of what you guys do.
So Streets Alive Mission is basically an organization that was created to look after the needs of the homeless and addicted and kind of abandoned and forgotten population. We deal with their physical, spiritual, emotional, and social needs in whatever manner we can. And we fill gaps to make sure that, you know, nobody goes unnoticed and nobody goes unserved.
Wow, that's a beautiful mission. Some big news for you guys recently. So the City of Lethbridge and the Alberta government both decided to pour in some funding for you guys for a new 32-bed recovery facility, right?
Absolutely. This has been a project that's been on our books for about 5 years. Okay, it is the conversion of an 8-suite apartment block that is being converted into a men's recovery housing unit. And so we've got all of the permits and permissions to do the supportive housing, and we're very excited about it. It's going to combine 2 of our existing units as well, so it will help consolidate everything, become more efficient, and looking forward to being able to help men recover their lives.
That's incredible. Why only men? Are there? Go ahead.
Because we have a women's unit as well. So we do men's and women's, but the 2 are better if they're kept separate than cohabitation.
Yeah, I totally get it. I would agree with that. Yes. Yeah, we don't want any distractions, do we?
Exactly. You know, they're trying to recover their lives, and relationships can be a bit tenuous.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that is wonderful. Okay, so how much funding came in for this?
So we received $1 million for the province. We received $597,000 from the city. Okay, we've also raised at this point in time about $1.3 million towards the project. We've purchased the building, so there's another $600,000 to $700,000 that we're looking to raise to complete the project.
Great. So it's an 8-suite unit. So that means 8 men at a time, or the roommate situation?
No. So the current apartment block layout was 2-bedroom suites.
Okay.
So it's housing 16.
Okay.
The addition that we're doing, we're renovating the main floor level, okay, which was a parkade, and adding an addition, and we'll add 16 bedrooms in a pod style, with a common kitchens, common bathrooms, and staffing, and that creating the 32 beds.
Bed recovery.
And as they'll progress. So they come in, stage 1 and 2 are kind of the main floor where they're in a common area. Then they begin moving up into, now they'll have a roommate, their own apartment unit, and then
starting
from
to get
there
more
they
independent.
go into stage 4 housing, which is kind of the last step before they're on their own.
Incredible, incredible. Describe how the recovery process works. What's involved?
So basically, we are licensed under the province of Alberta as a residential addictions treatment service. We take people that come out of detox stabilization, so they don't come straight off the street, okay? And we begin a program that runs 120 days, okay, where they are dealing with class, they're in class, they're in group, and we work towards the issue of dealing with the issues that caused the addiction. A lot of it is trauma-based. We used outside counseling. We have people that come in because we go after the original root that's creating the problem, and often we can get them going. Obviously, we're faith-based, so everything is really a biblical truth that we use in all of our programming. It's a biblical worldview, and it makes a difference.
Okay. So 120 days, so that's 4 months.
Yep.
It sounds intense. Do they have to be at a certain point in their life before they even enter? You did say they're not
Basically, they
coming
have
just
to
off the
have
street.
done either detoxification,
Yeah.
which is about 2 weeks worth,
Mm-hmm.
or come out of another shorter term treatment facility. Okay, so they've got to demonstrate that they want to actually get out of here.
100%. What kind of results are you expecting out of this?
Right now, our result level for people past 120 days, so getting people from, let's say, 30 days to 120 days, we're running at about 80%, okay? Success rate. We do celebrations, so we've got people that now, like, they don't have to leave in 120 days. We've got people that you can stay as long, 6 months, 8 months, a year, year and a half. So we've got people that are still in program that have been there over a year. But we also now have people that are successfully back out 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. We've been doing this for a while, so we're very happy to do that. The other thing that's very important is we try and get families back together. So we have over half a dozen men now that actually have visitation rights with their children. Usually when they lose them, men lose them and never get them back.
Wow.
And so we've actually had a couple that have remarried. They've started a second family, plus they're back in relationship with their first family.
Incredible.
It's amazing when you deal with the addiction and give them the life of Christ, what happens.
What an incredible testimony, for sure, for sure. How difficult is it to find employment for these clients? Because that's part of it too, right?
Yeah, we have an employment readiness program where they work with us. Actually, half our staff at our mission services have come out of our program. But usually they have, especially for the men, they have trades or skill sets that they can go back to. We see a lot of them regain their employment. For the women, it's about going back and getting their education often, or getting retrained. And so we make access for that. We help them through, often with a GED, getting those kinds of things to get back on track. So
yeah, that's wonderful. The location of this new area, it's on, it's near the hospital, right?
Yes.
Right on 9th Avenue and 15th Street South, right?
Yeah.
So how's the neighborhood with that? Are residents okay with this facility being in their area, or is there any opposition?
Not really. So we did a community, we had a couple of community meetings over a year ago because we had to apply for rezoning of the property. So we've met with the neighbors. We've had a really positive attitude towards us. The building is located, so St. Mike's is across the street in one direction. There's a seniors facility across the street in the other direction. You've got Stubbs Pharmacy and that whole strip mall in the other direction. So we're kind of not parked right in a residential neighborhood. We're close, but we have good community support.
Right, right. I'm guessing the facility won't reach the needs, all the needs out there necessarily. So how quickly do you expect to reach capacity?
Well, we'll reach capacity fairly quickly because we're already housing 16 guys in the current facility.
Right.
Okay. We're running kind of a part of a program there, and they will stay in it during construction. And then once construction's complete, we'll begin filtering it from others. So we'll be full when we open.
Right. Speaking of construction, when will this be open? When have they already started?
The construction is scheduled to start next week, and the occupancy date is April of 27.
April of 27. So yeah, coming up next spring.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Is there a need for more facilities out there like this? I would imagine there is.
Yeah, this is absolutely necessary. Obviously, the drug addiction problem is severe across the country. Every city is dealing with it. Every city is dealing with encampments. Every city is dealing with overdoses. The more facilities that we have to move them along, the better. And obviously, our facility offers something a little bit different than Fresh Start, which is out in the county, in that we're faith-based.
Right.
And so you have people who want that element in their recovery because they either want to reconnect with Christ or they just feel like there's got to be something different. We have a lot of people in the program that have been to 2 or 3 or 4 different facilities, and then they come to ours and they go, this is different.
Really? And you think it's just the faith-based?
It's absolutely Christ.
Interesting. Okay, so one question that comes up when it comes to government funding and then how you are a faith-based organization. Will this prevent you, the fact that there's government money involved, does it prevent you from openly functioning with gospel-based principles? Obviously not.
No.
Okay.
And the funding we receive is capital funding. So generally it has less red tape with it because it's usually about, well, we'll give it to you to build the facility, you got to run the facility for 20 years. Okay, we're good, right?
Yeah.
But no, and the City of Lethbridge is fully aware of who we are. The province of Alberta is fully aware of who we are. Been around 35 years. And they have experience with other organizations like the Mustard Seed that's faith-based, the Dream Centers, which are faith-based.
Right.
They recognize the results that we produce.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? I guess on the flip side, Ken, do you ever get complaints from clients or others saying that you only help people who are converting to Christianity?
Well, that's not quite true either.
Okay.
Entering our program, our faith has nothing to do with who we receive into our program.
Right.
Okay? And we don't force them to convert. Okay? We warn them up front, though. The materials that you're using are biblically based. All right? So you are going to wind up with an exposure to faith and to faith in Christ. We've always said and always will say, our decision to come to Christ is always personal. And it's always voluntary.
Right. You're very transparent about that. Yeah.
We're very transparent about it. It is just something that a lot of them do when they come in. Eventually, they just go, "Hey,
Great program. Maybe it's not for me. Goodbye."
We have
or
we have those
the
that come in and
opposite.
go, "No, this isn't working," and they leave. And others that come and they go, "I love this."
Okay.
And at some point, they receive Christ because that was God's destiny for them. But it's not forced on them.
Okay. So do the ones that end up leaving feel like, oh, they're only willing to help people who are converting? You've never had that allegation?
Not that we've heard it.
Okay.
We have had some of those that said, "This isn't for me, come back."
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And go, maybe it is for me.
All right. All right. And they can get out of the program, complete it, and walk away and just live their life.
Live their lives.
Yeah.
We do a once a month celebration night, milestone night, and we have alumni that comes back to that. So it's to encourage the others.
Right. I would imagine the remaining funding needed for this, just to change the topic really quickly, because we're almost out of time, would come from donations, right? You're getting a lot of funding from provincial,
Yeah, we've
from
got
city.
some other grant applications out, but we're looking to reach into the community who's been very generous because this is, with all that we've been doing, it's been a $10 million campaign.
Incredible.
And we're down to about the last 600 to 800,000 that we need to raise. And so we're looking for those who feel that the work that we do in helping people to recover their lives and engage with God,
So,
He's our provider.
right. If a viewer wanted to donate, where can they go?
They can just go to give@streetsalive.ca.
Right. Ken, thank you so much for all that you do and for coming down and visiting us today. I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Of course. And Ken Kissick is the co-founder of Streets Alive Mission in Lethbridge. I'm Jeanette Roche on behalf of all of us here at Bridge City News. Thanks so much for watching.